Lions.
Cheers, guys, and what sort of excites me, I think, about the match that we're just about to see is how much of a difference a year can make. I remember last DreamHack where the talk of the town was Agent's going to be here. Agent is finally going to be at a major LAN that's not in the CIS, you know? So there was a lot of talk about Agent back in the day, finally being able to make a name for himself offline in a LAN environment. And fast forward the clock's a year where he's been to a significant amount of tournaments. He's done pretty well for himself with, you know, the cyber fight alongside his teammate Base. And here he is in the top 8 a year later at DreamHack, already placing better than he did last year.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good one. I remember K1llsen mentioning he wasn't really happy with his placing at PGL. I think he's going to try and go for the top here. I think he's going to go for it. I have a feeling where K1llsen wants to win.
There are hungry players in Quake Champions. I mean, like, exceptionally hungry, and K1llsen is one of those players. Like, ever since the end of QuakeCon last year, he went full grind, full commitment, and here he is now placing out of his mind as always, but there's always more work that needs doing. And the picks here have been pretty interesting. You don't see Visor a huge amount in Veil, but obviously these two players, I think with the amount of unpredictability Veil can bring, especially on spawn, etc. Like if you're Visor, for example, and you get a good read on a spawn and you manage to take someone out, pop the piercing sight right as they appear, and it's almost impossible for them to get away from you, you know, because if you're fully stacked and you've got a bunch of weapons and you piercing sight, it's a tiny map and you can reach where they want to be. So I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing stuff like that. However, we're going to be kickstarting things here. Veil of Nath, map number 1, K1llsen versus Agent. It's going to be the run back. The question is it going to be a revenge for K1llsen, or is it going to be a 2-0 for Agent?
K1llsen with a good start on the heavy here. Orbs up, grabs Tri-Bolt. Good damage off that initial Tri-Bolt there. As a Mega delayed just a little bit. Relatively clean rockets here, but Agent's going to make sure that it's not so clean as the punishment comes out with the LG 5 HP. Okay, finishes with the machine gun. I was afraid that he was going to die to the acid there.
You almost did.
That would have been absolutely incredible, but a huge first frag from Agent here as the rails coming out from K1llsen, just trying to chip away. Can't find him. Is he going to go for this LG? There's the commitment. There's the rail. He's going to go through. Agent defending well with the rockets, dodging rails, 10 HP. Somehow survives and will get the Mega.
It was a brave play for Agent to press there, to push through the teleporter anyway, knowing that he was basically on 10 HP left. However, I think he kind of weighed up his risk reward, right? If I win this fight, I get a frag and I get the Mega to undo that damage. You know, his read was correct, his execution was perfect, and now he's fully stacked up again and should be able to win this fight as well. However, he's in big trouble now. Big damage from the rocket. Oh my god, gets one more.
Wow, just lines that up perfectly. K1llsen just gives him a layup and a quick round for Agent.
I feel like that's just the nature of Veil at this stage. These rounds are so fast all the time, and I think it's going to be somewhat aided actually by the fact that the champions are not really what we normally see, especially on this map. You know, normally where you see those big Galena picks. Galena, uncharacteristically, has not been selected on this map at all. You always never see that happen.
That rocket I thought was going to hit it directly, but
I think he must have just gone through the door just at the magic moment.
There's that turret play again. Very strong from Agent here as he's making his way over to the nail gun. Here's the Tri-Bolt. He might literally get the drop on K1llsen here. Good damage, but doesn't commit. Besides, I want more LG.
Especially as the heavy's just about to appear as well. Agent, I mean, he's pretty free, and not only significantly faster than K1llsen to the heavy, but he got a bunch of just escape damage, just bonus damage that K1llsen has no choice but to just kind of hold, really. Small delay between Mega and Heavy. Agent sitting on a fantastic stack. Quake is going to be almost sort of swap the positions of what Galena would be picked for. And the turret is going to shut down those teleporter entrances, give knowledge, especially disrupt.
K1llsen still doesn't have an LG. Could prove to be worrisome here as the Heavy goes to Agent. Making his way back over to the Mega. Full control. Good rocket from underneath there, but again, not a huge deal as the Mega's right in front of him. So big stack for Agent. He's going to try and push the issue here.
I think K1llsen's playing very careful. I think there's a reason Agent has been able to collect all of these pickups pretty free. You know, it's K1llsen slowing things down and going in for those big rockets, first of all, and then those initial rails. Second Agent eats those, and he's finally at a low enough stack that K1llsen thinks he can maybe try and fight for one of these pickups, then maybe he'll go in. Until then, I expect a pretty, you know, long-range based, not overextending until the time is right play.
I'm just wondering if K1llsen ever wants an LG.
been rocket and rail so far. That's been his objective so far.
It's been keeping him alive, but let's see. We're missing that rail initially here. Agent moonwalking his way through the TP. He's gonna drop. Might get big rocket damage here. There's one. There's two. Is he gonna chase this? LG comes out. Can he find him? K1llsen hanging on by a thread. And the turret, again, as we've seen before, so deadly. When you try and escape, if you forget it's there, it's gonna kill you. There's the turret of his own here, but Agent will push on through. Has a 25 to work with. Needs to kill that turret. It's still the turret. Watch out for the tree.
Oh my God, the rocket.
His own.
You know what, Rail almost connected. I'm actually super surprised K1llsen still pressed that. One wayward rocket would have just deleted him. And he's still right now. There's no health nearby. He has nothing to heal with. If Agent finds him now, he's dead.
Oh, that rocket was so close here. His stack just gets bigger and bigger as Agent is gonna trap him over by this window area here. Goes through the corner, doesn't hit the rocket damage, but flicks back with the LG, and surely this is gonna be a kill. And there it is, up the jump pad. Agent looking really strong here as K1llsen's down onto his visor.
K1llsen's had a really hard time on the Veil so far, it has to be said. It's a good rail. It needs a lot more work than that though, unfortunately. Piercing sight, and the piercing sight's gone too. That's going to be a little bit worrisome for K1llsen as Agent once more just establishes complete control over the top of this map. He's going to get the heavy. He already had collected the Mega, so he's in full control. And that missed rail. So much free damage that K1llsen cannot contest. Agent going in!
Yeah.
My God. That hurt so good.
Yeah, that is brutal here as Agent goes up 2 rounds. K1llsen getting caught out, can't hit the rockets that he needs. I mean, those would have been miracle rockets anyway, so Agent does a good job of closing the gap and getting the frag.
I think K1llsen, it's a very frustrating situation for him. I think he needs to try and establish this map control earlier. And by map control on Veil, I mean just holding the top, not necessarily just holding both of the items, just not allowing Agent to pretty much just bully him. The turret has been such a problem. The point where I'm almost...
Rockets, an Agent actually takes himself out.
Yep, tries to go for one of those close-range rockets, maybe taking him with him as a consolation, but it's not going to work. He's going to just go 1 for nothing. And this is big news for K1llsen, you know, taking out the Llsen straight away, that this was like the first objective. And because it's the control that Llsen's been able to establish with the turret that has been given K1llsen such a massive headache.
Great rocket through the telly there. K1llsen drops back down onto the heavy. Items will be just about synced up again. Looking for some tribal damage, just daring Agent to go through the telly, and he does. The LG and the rockets come out from both players here. 36 HP onto K1llsen. Needs to be careful and stack back up, but here comes Agent around the corner. Good defensive rocket from K1llsen. Wow, that rail barely missing from Agent there.
It's got to be said, Agent is very brave. There's quite a few of these fights where if he gets hit by one direct rocket, he's probably going to die. And he weighs up his options. He knows that's a strong possibility, but he goes in anyway with such dominance, you know, like full speed ahead.
Is it being fearless? Is it being not respectful? I mean, there's a fine line, right? But here comes the rockets. K1llsen gets taken out by Agent as he jumps over, grabs the heavy, and hits a fantastic rail shot. And catches him out in the LG. Surely this is another frag here. And unfortunate for K1llsen, tries to pull out the gauntlet. Not good enough, and Agent goes up too quickly.
I mean, that was the perfect spawn in so many ways. Not only was it just positioning, but the fact that Agent caught him before he even had a chance to collect the LG, so K1llsen quite literally had nothing to fight back with. There's a reason he swapped the pummel before he died.
Yeah, he's like, I just need to get one boop before I can. And there's the heavy again. Agent doing a great job of cycling these items.
Caught in the middle of the drop down, so a little bit of LG damage, but not enough to really, I think, allow K1llsen to press the advantage, unfortunately. Agent still gets a fantastic rocket twice in a row, and Agent making short work of K1llsen in that first match.
Those rockets were incredible. Agent, dominant performance on Veil. And yeah, K1llsen's got to make some adjustments. I don't know what was going on there. Just getting caught out. You know, you can blame 1 or 2 of the spawns maybe and say, hey, I was helpless, but overall, Agent just looked very, very strong on that map.
And I sometimes feel like that can happen on Veil of NAF. You know, there are some players that play an absolute ton. There are some players that look visually very, very uncomfortable. I'm not going to go out and say I know how much experience K1llsen's been playing on this map at a high level. I've no doubt he knows exactly how to play on it. However, Agent picked it for a reason, and he looked incredibly comfortable. And it just kind of looked to me like all these replays, it was K1llsen not necessarily running away, sorry, but playing around Agent. Agent at all points, it looked like he was the one in the driver's seat. You know, it was K1llsen having to work around him, and at no point was it the other way around.
Yep, Agent absolutely setting the pace, saying, hey, this is how we're going to play, as you mentioned. Kind of fearless and pushing as much as he wants, kind of asserting dominance. K1llsen wasn't able to hit the shots to keep him out, and why would you let up when you know you can hit your shots and your opponent's not, you know, keeping you out with those rockets, those LG shots? Yeah.
It's those brave fights. It really did come down to those big moments where most players would see a small hallway and look at a stack of like maybe 100 health and no armor and go, this is actually a pretty big risk. Because Q.llsen's rockets are fantastic.
Yeah.
He has some of the best combat skill out there amongst the general player base, and it's a big assumption to think, well, I'm probably going to eat a direct, and Agent just didn't seem worried about it. And it's like you said, right? Is it disrespect? Is it just confidence? Either way, it's the right stuff for the job. But we're now going into Corrupted Keep. Visor getting picked again by Agent, really sort of favoring this champion so far. And once again, it looks like a very identical lineup. So we'll see what happens here. This was K1llsen's map pick. We'll wonder if it could be just as dominant the other way around, one would hope.
Yeah, K1llsen looking to turn things around here. I have faith that he can show a little bit stronger of a presence on this map in regards to Veil, but we're going to get into it. Map number 2 here. Again, as you mentioned, the mirror match. We got Llsen, we got Visor, we got Ranger, and we're going on to Corrupted Keep. No rail available on this one. There's going to be lots of rockets, lots of LG, and lots of frags here as we're going to get into it. Map number 2 between K1llsen and Agent.
Many people have said that this is a fantastic patch for Agent, with the abilities sort of generally sort of being nerfed across the board. Helping him massively, and I think Visor's just going to be an extension to that. The Dire Orb does not work out, and Agent just getting an easy kill. And I got to say with Agent though, this guy is so passionate about Quake. I remember back right before Quake Champions had its big competitive push, there was one player that was still playing in the 125 FPS Cups for Quake Live and winning most of them. It was Agent. This guy has been playing Quake for so many years, up until Quake Champions, where he made his transition, but living and breathing the game, quite literally.
Yeah, you gotta love it when the players actually love the game and can't stop playing it. It's addicting, and so is this machine gun here, as K1llsen getting big damage on Agent. Make sure to spam those 225s. Agent has to run off to the tribal to grab health. K1llsen popping that vision. He's gonna know exactly where to attack from here. Doesn't actually commit, as Agent does a good job of just sporadically peppering every entrance with rockets, saying, stay out of here. Well,
the important thing about that second fight was that K1llsen was finally able to get a rocket 1v1 in his favor. It feels like every single point-blank fight, K1llsen pretty much lost on Veil. And there were shades of that at the very beginning. We kind of mismanaged his Dire Orb, couldn't get the damage he was looking for, and was just a sitting duck, really, especially post-patch now. The Dire Orb did have some adjustments made to it. But looking at the stack that K1llsen's sitting on, it's pretty good to work with so far. Lacking a little bit in the armor department. And I like the optimization actually to try and take, actually an interesting choice to try and take the heavy first. They actually simply just swept it around.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was going to try and attack heavy, and he's like, oh, you're not here? Well, I'll just take it. But either way, they trade the items, no big deal. K1llsen, again, doing so well, switching to heavy machine gun, getting that early damage out.
It was very hard to gauge how this map was going to go, judging by that first frag. Kind of just like a massive, kind of almost like error in judgment from K1llsen that allowed Agent to collect pretty easily. I think now we're probably more likely to get a fairer representation of what to expect from Corrupted Keep. Now those errors probably aren't going to get made. And that's the kind of frag that K1llsen's going to go, okay, never again. We're never going to do that one again.
You get one. Everybody gets one.
Yeah. That said, K1llsen has a phenomenal stack to work with. Decent amount of ammo too, absolutely enough to get the job done. Here comes that piercing sight. Is he going to try and get an entry jump? Nope. Tries to stay a little bit safe. Unfortunately, his position has been compromised, but as long as he maintains control of Mega, he might be in a good position. Is he going to teleport? No. Agent just trying to establish some space and saying, stay away, but tries to beat him again. A very brave decision. Such a good choice from Agent to understand if he's going near heavy and I kill him, again, look at the reward. Look at his stack.
Unbelievable here, as Agent's going to catch him out. Here come the rockets. Not quite off the map, but surely this is going to be a kill. Almost pops him off, but Agent finishes him off in the boneyard with the LG. And yeah, that was a great play with the orb to push the advantage over at heavy and say, yeah, I know you're going here. I'm going to pop you up. And the rockets were phenomenal.
It really is such a typical play, isn't it, where both items are about to start at the same time, and one of the players, you're either content trading it out, one of you takes one each, or maybe you're going to be greedy and assume that, they're probably going to go for the safe play here and I can capitalize on that and get double the reward.
So much tribal there.
Yeah, some nice tribal action. Only 2 of them connected and it still hurt pretty significantly. Agent, though, has not got an LG. That's the negative, I think, of spawning near rocket, was that it's going to be K1llsen that holds the important weapon to start with. Like first round spawn on Corrupted Keep is so important.
Oh, wow. That was a phenomenal play. So You don't see that often there, but great shot player from K1llsen into the LG. Will lose out on the Mega, but now he's stuck. Agent needs to get away. He's going to go through the telly, throws down the turret for a little bit of insurance, and the LG turnaround on K1llsen will actually net him the frag. Has 225s to work with as well. That was a very, very well done by Agent.
Now the Mega's going to be nowhere to be seen for 15 seconds now. Agent taking a huge chunk of damage, and I would not be surprised to see K1llsen maybe press the advantage here. I like that Agent actually doubled back and did not go for those health bubbles. That would have been far too predictable, and there was a reason K1llsen had tried to run there first.
Yeah, and the split is in favor of K1llsen here as he grabs the Mega, and if he's quick enough, he can catch Agent out at the heavy here. Might even in the red room. There he comes around the corner like a wrecking ball, pushes him through the telly. Can Agent escape here? So doubles back into the red room and grabs the bubbles.
It was pretty unfortunate. Agent kind of looked like he did not have timing on that heavy. He was kind of hanging around just in case it was there, but there was still 10 seconds left to go. So unfortunate circumstances down to Ranger's final champion. We're going to see if K1llsen can tie up the rounds here.
K1llsen with great momentum here. Definitely wants to put this round under his belt, get some confidence going. Shotgun blast comes out, Dire Orb comes out as well from Agent as K1llsen raining rockets from over top here. Not really landing anything chunky yet. No Campbell's soup to be found as he's peppering that heavy, eating a little bit of shotgun damage, and Agent actually going in, and K1llsen saying, "What are you doing? Eat my defensive rockets."
I think that's the kind of play, though, that Agent's been kind of showing K1llsen over the course of the series so far, is that when Agent feels like there's a big reward there, and, you know, there's an inkling, right? Agent does, in some of these fights, sort of play for his heart a little bit, where if he thinks the fight's going to work out, he'll just pile in. It has been working up until that point, though. So.
Yeah, K1llsen saying, "I can hit these shots, I promise." And Agent going down, and look at this aggressive play with the LG over the rockets. K1llsen has to hit these. Getting closer and closer here, but the switch to machine gun is going to get Agent the kill, and a pretty decent stack, all things considered, after the fact.
A little bit of a fumble from K1llsen too, kind of like he wasn't sure what weapon to go with. He went for, I believe it was shotgun and rocket. And oh my God, that was
doubt in his mind there, switching to the shotgun and deleting Agent through the teepee.
That one hurt. That one was absolutely savage. But yeah, a wonderful turnaround, and now it's going to be one champion down each. Ranger versus Visor, completely swapped on its head, but using the Dire Orb to just try and act as a distraction. I really do love that strat. Oh my God, K1llsen very nearly eating that 100 damage. Count him up.
These rockets are whizzing by him. K1llsen very lucky to dodge these. Great defensive rockets. Pops the vision just to make sure Agent's not going to chase. Could cut him off over here by the red room. The initial damage not that great from that first rocket, but it could be enough here. So Mega's going to be up, and they're going to split the items.
Actually, K1llsen, he's going in super fast. I think the attempt was to try and beat them to Mega, but again, another really good defensive rocket there from Agent. These rockets are so close to him. One of them's going to hit their mark eventually, and it's going to be the one that counts, I promise.
Yeah, just letting them fly here. K1llsen grabbing some HP, getting a little bit of a tickle, and now he's a bit stuck here. Just waiting it out, making sure that Agent doesn't push back towards rockets for a cutoff.
This is a bit of a standoff, I think. Who's going to be able to take this heavy? Agent making the call to maybe try and double back a little bit and go for the Mega instead. Unfortunately, that change of option might have been enough to take him out because he's super weak. K1llsen can make chase if he wants to. Oh, what a rocket. What an excellent rocket.
Oh, and the LG, and this has to be a kill for K1llsen here. Pushing and getting the frag well done. Tying it up. Actually taking the advantage, as Agent is down onto his Eisen.
It's always really important for a player, you know, when you lose so significantly in the first map. I think just getting an ace up on the next one, it's just for morale, if anything. You know, it's so easy, I think, to lose hope if you go 2 maps down. And Agent, how that first round went, kind of had us a little bit concerned. Like K1llsen is not one to tilt too easily, not in this level of play. I'll just look at the accuracy of the heavy machine gun. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. The unofficial railgun of Brooklyn Keep.
A little bit of duck hunt there on that one as he goes up the trampoline of death, and the shotgun is going to be good enough. 2-1 to K1llsen, looking a lot stronger on Corrupted Keep, but still one more round in his way before he could take the map.
It can be so easy to count out players sometimes, but as we saw from Rafa versus Toxic on Blood Run, the being significantly down doesn't mean much.
It's not over until it's over. Here the Rockets again, as he's seen the fight over Rockets, and K1llsen will win this one. Phenomenal Rockets. A little bit of use of the Dire Orb for insurance. Catches him out in the red room. This is going to be another quick frag, surely, here. As the Dire Orb comes out, the nails might be good enough to turn this around, but no. K1llsen with the LG shuts him down early. down onto his eyes, and Agent has to make some magic happen, and if he gets caught out again, it's going to be the quickest round ever.
Yeah, it's such a snowball effect, and I feel like K1llsen both got a really good prediction on the spawn. He was rewarded with a good read there, and he capitalized fully. Almost died, actually. Quite a scary scenario, but Agent's definitely on the back foot. He has no armor so far. Has been able to just slightly fix that, thankfully, but as said, I think K1llsen, it's always depending on how that first round is going, or the start of the round, sorry. The Agent piled into Rocket and just, again, didn't beat him to it. Had amazing combats. Oh, defensive Rocket.
Good rockets there to delete Agent as he tries to push the advantage. Very close to getting the frag, but K1llsen says, no, this is my map, and so that'll be 1-1 in the series. K1llsen doing a good job of stabilizing and not letting the series spiral out of control.
It's definitely been a good win there for K1llsen. In the Veil of Nath, it is, at the end of the day, a unique map. If Agent picked it because he felt like he had an advantage, which he very, very clearly did, and it was a one-sided outcome. However, Corrupted Keep looking almost as one-sided for K1llsen. So now we go into a little bit of more, let's say, traditional map picks as we go into our next one. I'm interested to see how this one goes. It's impossible to count K1llsen out. It's now going to be 1-1. K1llsen was out for revenge, and right now he's able to obtain a little bit of that.
Those rockets, it's just incredible to watch him hit these, and then just knowing when to chase. There's the LG. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next map here. I'm looking forward to the champ picks. Are going to keep just picking these champs. Look at those play at the Rockets. I mean, Corrupted Keep is just known for, like, that first fight is always going to break out at Rockets, right? So it's a matter of, all right, is your LG going to pin me? Am I going to get to Rockets first? Is your LG going to push me back? And who gets the advantage from there? It's almost within, like, the first 15 seconds, someone's already going to have a frag advantage.
I'm interested by Blood Run because it's such a, not only like CIS dominated map, but Agent in particular is especially powerful on this map. You know, we've talked about how defensive this map is, and Agent's always been a very, very, very slow-paced player. And that's one of the reasons I think Visor is one of his star champions, especially now Nyx has been removed. You know, those sort of slow-paced games can work for Nyx because if she finally gets caught out, she has to Ghost Walk. But it's just utility. We are starting to see in this patch, it's utility champions over damage output champions. And Visor is just going to be a perfect fit for that. So it's Ranger first. Very obvious choice there on Blood Run. The mobility is super important on top of the combat skill. K1llsen getting some amazing orb kills earlier. Visor gets picked again. This does not surprise us either. And it's going to be an Ison, as always. Is K1llsen going to finish things off with an exact mirror pick? We'll wait and see.
And an Anarchy. Just kidding. Watching Agent play on Blood Run in PGL against Rafa was absolutely incredible because he just uses that Tri-Bolt so well to choke out his opponent and make sure that they can't get anywhere. So if he has Tri-Bolt and he has the position on that platform, he pretty much dictates the pace of the map.
So the final pick was Doomslayer. And again, it almost felt like Doomslayer is not, he's not super, super popular on every single map, but those maps where his double jump is going to be exceptionally useful, like Blood Run, being able to take that heavy without doing self-damage, going from Tri-Bolt to tele-exit, also another very, very important tool. The less self-damage you can do, the better, not only because of, I think, the damage you take, but the knowledge you're giving the opponent, right? Rocket jumps are not good for that. But as we go into Blood Run, I'm going to say I do favor Agent on this map.
Agent missing at the early rails here as K1llsen trying to close the gap with the LG, finally hitting on Agent, trying to escape, playing very defensive, and K1llsen says, no, come back here, finally giving up the pursuit, getting rail and moving back for more LG. That could have been a quick frag. That was dangerous.
It was a battle of stacks as well. I think K1llsen was pressing because he really felt like he was going to get the kill there, but every time he got a good stream of LG, it just wasn't really enough to be significant. Agent's still healthy. Not after that rail, though, he's not.
Rails are so good from K1llsen. The Tri-Bolt decent, but K1llsen's going to try and maybe hold this lower position and get another rail off. He's going to push through as Agent has to concede the heavy. One thing I'm interested in seeing is if we see the Doomslayer, is the double jump actually going to ruin him because the LG's so strong now? He's so floaty, you can actually keep him afloat, and that's got to feel bad. So we'll see if that's going to be an issue here as K1llsen waiting above the Mega won't spawn for another 5 seconds. Is he going to use the Dire Orb to go down? We'll see.
For me, it's always been an interesting design choice, though, with Doomslayer, is that he's exceptionally powerful at dealing with rockets, but the penalty for that is that he is the weakest champion in the game at dealing with LG, so it's like one end of the seesaw to the other. But LG is very, very popular on this map. Now K1llsen's looking to see if it's safe to take the heavy. Now he's decided that it's going to be free. Collected it happily. Again, there's a nice delay in between the two pickups, so K1llsen, if he wants to, can really kind of run rings around, maybe try and get some damage on Agent before the next pickup spawns. In this case, it's going to be mega health. And I think this is going to be foreshadowing, Lion. I think we're expecting to see this kind of gameplay pretty much from start to finish on this map.
Yeah, nice slow and steady pace here. As Agent just seems to be completely okay with giving up a lot of things. There's the donk here, and now K1llsen playing very patiently. He's like, I know you're there. And Agent says, I know that you know that I know, but I'm still not moving.
And that was a little bit of a...
He's still not moving. Statue of Liberty play coming out in Quake Champions here.
He's going to move now, surely. Yeah, didn't have time to react there. K1llsen going with the insurance policy rocket just in case on the other side, but his read's going to be successful. Agent is in big trouble.
Oh my God, if he would have hit that, that would have been incredible here with the pixel rail, but K1llsen has the massive stack. Agent healing up off what he can, but if K1llsen can just catch him out, I mean, as we've seen, he does catch him out, but he doesn't get enough damage for the frag, and that's got to be so frustrating here. K1llsen needs to be careful not to overcommit to something out of frustration and then just eat a lot of rockets.
That's always been Agent's way. He has one of the more frustrating playstyles. Talking to so many players that say they dislike fighting Agent intently because it just feels like you can never take this guy out. And I think we're seeing that in a perfect example. It's also his awareness of when to use teleporters. Every time there's almost what appears to be an angle to get some damage done, he's always right, like even right now, he's always right round the corner. You can't really get a significant lock on this guy.
Yeah, K1llsen probably screaming to himself, why won't you die? But this could be the opportunity here as the LGs come out. The Dire Orb comes out from Agent. Isn't going to be enough. He goes down to the 225s, 59 HP for K1llsen as he drops down to the Mega, but it won't be up for another 7. Both players pretty weak here. Agent actually has the advantage. Miss rail from K1llsen. Is Agent going to push this? Good rocket, but Mega is there for K1llsen and a rail, and that's going to be a great turnaround here. But again, no frag yet. K1llsen lying in wait. Says, all right, I don't want to push through this. No LG either. Good tri-bolt.
I mean, for me, it's remarkable that Agent has even had a chance of staying alive again in this fight. They both go for the orb, but unfortunately, Agent's going to be a little bit too slow. Humongous entry damage, and that suicide was almost guaranteed. It almost felt like the second shotgun should have done the job anyway, like he was dead regardless. That said, K1llsen, he's going to get the first blood in this round.
4 minutes into, and Agent technically said, you didn't kill me, I killed me. I dictate the pace of the map.
I'm still in control, mate.
Oh, the rockets.
My God. And it was patience too. Like K1llsen was not even remotely concerned about how much damage Agent was going to do during that jump arc. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was ready to wait for the ground shot. I'll take the damage, I don't care. I'm going to finish you off. And now he's got 2 champions up and the clock is ticking. Poor old Agent. My God. So many good rockets from K1llsen.
Rail not as good, but again, carefree. 30 seconds left, 2 champs up. K1llsen is like, yeah, you come catch me if you can. 2 little chip rockets there. Rail will miss, but again, 20 seconds left. K1llsen, he's going to take this first round, it looks like, as he's going to go through the TP and just get real comfortable in this backhaul area in the nail room.
10 seconds on the clock and 2 champions takeout means this is going to be round 1 for K1llsen. And I can't say I'm surprised, you know, especially like, you know, in this new meta, which kind of rewards very, very patient and methodical play. K1llsen, incredibly smart player.
Yep.
Playing to the round strengths, really. Let's use the clock because it gets the job done. If he has an advantage, of course he'll take it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a battle of who sets the best trap here as K1llsen takes the first round. Let's see if Agent can adapt. As he makes his way over to shotgun, jumps over for the heavy. There's that LG that we saw in the Dire Orb. Will help him escape. Very dangerous now to jump over for that heavy with the new LG changes, which I love. There's no more satisfying feeling than making someone float.
But the thing is, that I think that's why we see Ranger get picked first so often, is because he's actually one of the champions still that, dare I say, remains a little bit unaffected by it if he's got a Dire Orb ready, you know, because he can completely reposition where he wants to be airborne. So if you do pin him, like if Agent was any other champion there, he absolutely would have died. However, I don't think he would have gone for heavy in those circumstances.
K1llsen going for the kill here. As the LG is decent around the corner, switches to rockets, and that's going to allow Agent to escape for the time being. A little bit of a 50 shard available to him, but again, a nice slow pace as we expected.
Agent been given a little bit of information from that rocket. And there you go, now he's chasing through Telly, using it as a chance to get some free rockets. That's going to be so important for these close range fights that it seemed before that Agent was able to really sort of take those brawls, you know, those point blank, let's just out-rocket each other. And K1llsen not really interested in playing from that range anymore. And that just sucks for Agent. Right as K1llsen comes around the corner, he then swaps weapons.
Oh, but K1llsen's giving him another opportunity here as Agent hits the rockets but eats a rail, and now very weak, needs to be careful. Grabs a 50 and he's going to use his blood pool to try and get back as much HP as he can. But here comes K1llsen right around the corner. What a rail.
And you can see, like, there's something I actually really like about these player cams on the left is you can see the just pure concentration. There's no emotion when those really insane shots land. Like, it's all business. Never lose focus at any point. Even in between rounds at this stage, like, pay attention to some of the facial expressions during the rounds, and sometimes it's unchanged. That said, K1llsen, not amazingly healthy, but the same can be said for Agent. It's going to be a pretty mutual fight if they decide to take it, but I wouldn't be surprised if K1llsen slows things down again, especially as the heavy just about to spawn. Good read on the teleporter. He knows that Agent's going to try and bully him away from the heavy in effect, and can't land the rail. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Agent will net the heavy here, but K1llsen will maybe be able to get back on this Mega. Nope, he will miss out on both, unfortunately. They needed more rocket ammo, took it a little too slow, but he will have Dire Orb back temporarily. There it is. And now it's just a matter of trying to catch out. Again, it's a game of traps here. K1llsen does have the advantage, so not as eager to fight. Does have this rail shot opportunity, but he will eat it instead, barely missing out on the damage.
Still railable from that health too, which is why the Dire Orb was used. He knows if a chase is going to happen. It's all about optimization, isn't it? If Agent's going to chase, he's probably going to catch him in time unless he orbs. Until then, don't even give him the angle. Like, don't even take that risk.
Decent tribal there. Agent again getting in on these items, technically has map control, but K1llsen again with the champ lead is more than happy to play defensive and just kind of play keep away. 2 minutes left.
It's a funny combination, isn't it? That Agent has map control and it's K1llsen that has round control, but that's going to be shortly done, unfortunately, as the entryway shot almost felt like it caught K1llsen off guard, and by the time he could listen to the jump pad, Agent was already where he needed to be.
Yeah, that was a great kill there to even it up. Minute 30 left in the round. Great rail from K1llsen here. Is he going to hit another one? He's going to unfortunately miss that one. That goes to Agent. But yeah, are we going to start seeing a little bit more of K1llsen here as he starts heating up with some of these rail shots?
I mean, some of the absolute greatest rails that K1llsen has ever hit in Quake Champions have come from Blood Run. It seems to always be Blood Run or Blood Covenant. He's always making magical shots happen on both of those maps.
There will be blood. The LG comes out, a little bit of a tickle. The rocket jump comes over, very aggressive, and this could pin him into the corner. Takes a lot of damage. The rail again, defensively. Well done by K1llsen. Allows him to escape, but Agent has the vision. There's the rocket, will not land.
Both players using Piercing Sight at the exact same time too, which is pretty interesting because no damage was dealt. You know, they both know they're there. They're not going to overextend and not give an angle, so it's no wonder to see no one took damage, but
it's a bit like that Spider-Man meme where they're both just pointing at each other and like, wait a minute. They stare at each other through the wall. There's a great rail from K1llsen again.
It's actually painful how accurate that is as well. My word. But this is definitely going to be a one champion round, I think. This is danger territory, and K1llsen gets this one final visor on Agent. Speaking of which, Agent has popped his Piercing Sight, and K1llsen does not want to mess with that just in case.
That rocket so close. The rail as well. Agent moving perfectly in between them. Again, just barely escaping this damage. A little bit of nail through the telly here. Is he going to push? The LG might pin K1llsen here. Needs to be very careful as the shaft comes out. The switch to rockets. Not going to be quick enough to get a shot off. Both players weak.
Agent's still slightly railable. That's been fixed now. He has the light armor, which is very, very important. And actually a completely mutual stack. They're both kind of separated, disengage on separate halves of the map. Now they've been able to get healthy. It's now going to be K1llsen, though, that has a little bit more. And a big risk, Agent. Is he going to bet the round on this heavy armor? My gut tells me no. Okay, confident he's nowhere near. And K1llsen almost having elements of a read, but just a little bit too late there.
Just a little bit late around the corner. Could have gotten some good LG damage. I'm surprised at the lack of use of Tri-Bolt from Agent this go around. Again, at PGL, he's just constantly peppering every exit with Tri-Bolt here. Will have vision up temporarily. Here's K1llsen down below.
This is always the tense moment when one player has significant more stack than the other. Again, going in for the heavy. That's going to be knowledge for K1llsen. He knows the rocket jump there would have been used for a reason. So K1llsen knows now he's going to be dealing with a nicely armored up Agent. in the next fight. All right, the
Oh,
entry
rocket.
rocket's good, and the rail's even better. Is he finishing it, going in with the LG? But again, Agent being slippery. I really love just how snappy his movement is around these corners.
Yeah, always having an exit strategy, very quick around the corners, staying safe, using this blood pool, which is disgusting, to heal back up. Good defensive rocket here as K1llsen was like, I know where you are, but it doesn't matter if you can't catch him here. Agent using that vision, grabbing a 50 shard, now making a move over to the tribal platform. There's a little bit of damage, a lot of damage on K1llsen's end here. That's going to net him the heavy. And Agent needs to escape into the back hall, and now K1llsen trying to tighten the noose here.
There's going to be a few more insurance policies in this room as there's one more health ball. At that point, K1llsen is already disengaged because he's interested in the Mega. He wants to maintain that control. With the level of stack that K1llsen's looking at, this theoretically could really be his round. It just depends on Agent hitting one of those amazing rails, maybe undoing some of the stack. Right now, he's constantly out stacked, and there is the perfect rocket to say, no, stop chasing me.
Bad touch, and here's the vision as well, so he can avoid even more damage here as K1llsen just jumping around. Another great rocket from Agent.
It's really like this defensive movement from Agent is flawless. He spent so much of that time just being one rail away from losing this round. And every time he caught a glimpse of, he was confident, right, I can hear him, he's going to come around the corner at this time. He gets a defensive shot and then he's escaped. Unfortunately now 35 HP. Is he going to catch him on the light armor? No, he's not. Try and keep the center of the map again, and Agent forced to slow down time for another time and just heal up with all he has available. Going for other pickups, it's just too much of a risk at this stage. But it's allowing K1llsen to get even more control, even more stack. And I mean, after all that work, Agent just gets railed anyway. That's got to be a morale killer right there. But it's not over until it's over. But I definitely favor K1llsen given the circumstances.
Taking a lot of damage, but staying alive. The defensive rocket's good, but might not keep K1llsen out this time as he slows down. And that rocket almost hit him square in the mouth. There's the tri-ball from Agent here, peppering more and more, and that's making K1llsen a little bit salty as he makes his way over the heavy. And 3 minutes and 15 seconds into sudden death. I guess that doesn't make it as sudden, huh?
This is imminent death, maybe, potentially, maybe not.
Potential death is what they should rename it for this round. As K1llsen gets back on the Mega, keeping a great stack going. Agent trying to do what he can to pepper away at it here.
But this is why everyone said, many players say that Agent is frustrating to fight against, because what he's doing is highly effective. K1llsen is maintaining pretty much entire control over the map, and Agent is allowing it to happen because every defensive shot he's making is hurting K1llsen so much. And just like that, K1llsen is now the one on the back foot after all that work.
Just 2 strings of tri-bolt, and now K1llsen on the back foot, as you mentioned, trying to use his blood pool, going through very aggressive play. He's extremely railable here. He is going to get a little bit more armor and health to look a little bit healthier.
Feels bad, man, having control for 4 minutes and then one tri-bolt just melting your health away because of previous damage as well. Like, perfectly executed by Agent. So methodical. And there's another rocket, so good, watch out!
Oh my God, Agent with the tri-bolt, and you could tell K1llsen is like, come on, man, why won't you die?
It's just that's it. There's one word to sum up Agent. It is slippery. This guy is in and out, gone in 60 seconds. There's no way you just can't land the angle you need to get sufficient damage.
Yeah,
it's a minimal LG. It's a rail that will barely land.
Absolutely Nicolas Cage here as the 50 shard goes to K1llsen. Here comes the aggressive rocket play now as he knows he has the advantage. And again, the tri-bolt doing decent to keep him out. This time not enough though, as the chase down will net him a frag.
Did you just see Ranger fall down like a bag of bricks right next to him there? He even made a thud. It even went bam.
The best. The ragdolls in this game are phenomenal. Oh, more tri-bolt again, and now we're starting to see Agent use it more. He's like, yeah, I forgot about this. This is what I did.
He heard you.
Oh, there's the donk, though. And wow, the rail follow-up is phenomenal as well.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely an excellent shot. And this is what we know K1llsen for, especially on Blood Run. He can land some absolutely out-of-this-world shots. They mean so much, too. They are so impactful. That said, it's a while before we see either of the main pickups here. Chasing it down with the die roll. This should be a guaranteed dead Agent, but it, again, somehow survives and just hits the right angle for the teleporter. That's got to be so frustrating.
I feel like K1llsen didn't have to wait as long for that second rocket in the air. It was almost touching his chest, but he waited, and then that allowed Agent to just get away, and another defensive rocket through the telly, and he was gone. And so frustrating to play against right now.
He has such a knack of being so close to death, and somehow, and look at his stack now. He was almost dead like a second ago, and look at it, it's insane. But then here comes Heavy, which will be our next pickup. Being a little bit of a game of cat and mouse to see who's going to pull the trigger on this first. K1llsen getting damage to potentially bully Agent away. He knows there's going to be a risk of rail here, but no, Agent's not even going to take the risk. But again, he's conceding these pickups. Now, normally you would think control's going to be a good thing, but clearly Agent is showing that it's not really that important under these exact situations.
And I like the attempt with the orb play there. K1llsen trying to trap him out, and he will. That was fantastic LG work.
That's got to be a really relieving kill there for K1llsen too. Just understanding that Agent finally gets caught in a bad position, and he's finally able to just punish him for it at last.
Yeah, that's got to be very, very satisfying here, and that rail is going to be satisfying as well. The Mega does go to Agent, but K1llsen, again, these rails are heating up here. So he's hit 53%. Agent is only hitting 16%. Not really utilizing the rail. The entire orb comes out, and the rocket follow-up is fantastic, and K1llsen up 2-1, looking a lot stronger. Finishing off the frags, chasing properly. Agent maybe not as slippery. Maybe he's drying up a little bit.
I really feel like K1llsen's Ranger is going to be such a vital asset to this map. Mainly because what we're seeing here is that Agent is constantly able to slip away, and it's causing him a lot of issues. However, when K1llsen goes in with Ranger and he gets a good shot and he can chase it down with a Dire Orb for damage on entry or just better positioning, Agent can't just escape the way he has been previously.
Yep, great tool to close the gap or, distract. As we saw earlier, he kind of threw that Dire Orb up to the Tri-Bolt platform, fired a rocket at the end of Banana, and then actually came back down Banana the other way and trapped out Agent with the LG kill.
Rockets aren't going to hit there. The rockets aren't going to hit their mark like they have been normally. The rails are both going to miss, so still going to be unfortunate for Agent, as that's now 5 rockets that have failed to land, and a missed rail too is giving K1llsen a lot of real estate. Nothing has landed yet. Every shot has missed. I know some of them are just sort of spam in general, but not even a shred of damage.
Oh, what a play here. K1llsen surely can get this, and there's a little bit more of a tickle and gets it. He just kind of waited. He was like, I'm just going to wait here, and Agent just dropped into his arms lovingly here, as K1llsen has the champion advantage now.
Interesting exchange, actually. For one of the first times, the items aren't really delayed, and they are spawning at the same time. K1llsen taking a little bit of damage. Is it enough? No, it's not. Agent can't land the extra little bit of LG he was looking for. He's in a terrible position now, down to his final champion, and I was almost worried he was going to jump across that bridge, and that's exactly what K1llsen was looking for. Get some more damage, but has to divert his attention, as is the way with Ice, and that turret is a pain in the backside.
Damn turret. There's the Dire Orb, aggressive play here. The rocket not going to land a lot of damage. The rail will not hit. Oh, but the rocket from downtown. K1llsen dunks him and takes that map 3-1. What a shot.
My man's after revenge, and revenge he is so near to achieving. Now 1 map. And K1llsen is going to be moving on, and I think this is going to be the strength of that best of 5 scenario. It's only gone into best of 5 now. We've entered the top 8 territory, so there is that kind of extra breathing space, extra scope to maybe make some necessary adjustments, but kind of looking like Vale was the only dominant map that Agent's been able to see so far.
Yeah, look at these rockets, man. So good
out of this world.
K1llsen. As you mentioned before, I mean, Agent was very slippery at the end, but it seemed like K1llsen was just doing a better job of closing the gaps with the Dire Orbs and just not letting him escape. Even with 5 HP to restack. Look at that play, just waiting underneath. K1llsen gets trapped. Yeah, K1llsen did a great job.
He did indeed, and the thing is, that's what we know K1llsen for. Like he's such an amazing player, at, sort of, especially on things like Blood Run, where he just kind of makes those really amazing micro decisions. We've seen so many times where he gets those really excellent rocket jumps into rail because he predicts a teleporter entrance or something like that. Those really bold moves that I feel like Agent being super hard to chase down was only for the matter of that 1 sudden death. It almost feels like the adaptation that K1llsen wanted to make was to just make his aggression more bulletproof. Just give Agent less opportunities to escape, hit that extra little bit of damage, maybe be a bit more aggressive with the chase. Agent's defensive rockets and rails, they were fantastic at the start of the series, but they're starting to dwindle. In that final round, he missed like 5 or 6 defensive shots in a row, gave K1llsen so much map space to work with.
Yeah, and speaking of map space, Blood Covenant a little bit more open. We have a slash from K1llsen, Visor Ranger, and then it looks like Agent went with the old tried and true Ranger, Eisen, and Visor. And I'm wondering if the railgun is going to be huge, because as you mentioned, if he's missing those defensive rails, this is a very rail-heavy map, And K1llsen, look at that, pure focus. He's like, I should hit my rails here.
Well, now Slash has become a little bit more in favor, given the current patch that we're playing on. I hope you guys and girls at home haven't forgotten that K1llsen has a Slash as well, because it is fantastic stuff. And Blood Covenant was always a map that he favors Slash on, so we might be seeing some magical things happen. This could be his final map to get revenge on Agent and send him out of the tournament.
Could quite literally skate his way to the promised land here, as he has that railgun spawn off the bat into heavy. He's going to make his way over to shotgun and to LG. Is the fight going to break out at Rockets? Agent a little bit late to get to the telly here.
I'm expecting some more slow gameplay, but Blood Covenant, you have a lot more scope to land those long-range rail angles to catch people off guard. So that hard runaway game that Agent kind of likes to adapt, I'm not sure it's going to be as effective on Blood Covenant, because there's so much more empty space for K1llsen to just nail him from distance. And here's the bold play. Who's going to... Oh, it's going to be Agent. Good call. But oh, he's still alive.
1 HP. Wow.
That's a Bruce Willis right there. Good God. Okay, undone. How did he survive that?
Rail follow-up is not going to hit, unfortunately. K1llsen will grab a 25 and now can tank 2. A little bit of 50 shard will help as well with that. Yeah, that was very close.
I feel like there's so much confidence. There's so much like hidden confidence in these 1v1s too, where they're both, you know, in situations where they don't really want to take a big rocket, and they're staying there because they're confident they can win the fight. What a rail! Good God. And it has allowed him to actually disengage, and that's the benefit that Slash has on Blood Covenant. Her and Anarchy, you know, and as you saw earlier, Athena, fantastic champions at being able to go from point A to point B way faster than anyone else. That is going to give K1llsen a pretty distinct advantage, I think, especially when Piercing Sight is down for Agent. It's just come back now, assuming it's because he's picked up some hourglasses.
Yep, he absolutely pops the vision, misses the rail on it. K1llsen skating around like a crazy person here. Is he going to get the play through the telly? To the heavens he goes. The rocket will follow up and hit. Can he get the kill? No. Mega is up, and it looks like they might end up trading the items, but K1llsen is going to push this heavy, and Agent needs to make sure that he's not caught out here. He does double back to the Mega, but could get caught out there. A great read by K1llsen, as he shows us his feelings there by using the Slash trail. Didn't get the kill, actually gave up the Mega, but he will secure the heavy. That was overall a good play.
I think it was a fantastic play, because at the end of the day, if he's not going to be near heavy, it's a fair assumption that Agent was going to be going for the Mega instead. Slash having her increased movement speed compared to other champions meant K1llsen very nearly beat him to it. And if he was there a second earlier, he actually would have killed Agent, I have no doubt, and taken the Mega for himself. If it goes wrong, he can still just fall back, use the speed to take the heavy, and here we are, back at this sort of, you know, fairly even state.
I think Agent is trying to set records for consecutive rails missed there in that engagement. I think that was like 17, if I counted correctly. But K1llsen again securing that heavy so fast, starting to feel himself here as he's making his way over to the Mega. It will be gone, but will the chase be on?
Again, it kind of looks to me though that K1llsen is in control, and I think a huge part of that is coming down to his movement. A bunch of entry damage on the LG is being returned by Agent, but it's that, you know, high ground versus low ground, the sort of eternal fight where it's not about splash damage, it's about just hitting those LG shots. And now Plasma Trail. He's going to accept that he's taking the heavy, but immediately undoing it with 2 rails. Can land a third. Oh. That actually was on target, but unfortunately the bridge just getting in the way, and Agent staying around. That's a brave choice. Very brave choice.
Brave, yeah, that's what it is. And here comes the chase, and K1llsen wants this kill so badly.
He just needs to find him. Oh, he heard the hourglasses get picked up. Surely Agent's not going to teleport. Surely not.
Wisely decides not to, with K1llsen still in full control here. Here's the LG. Is he going to get the frag here? Agent doing a great job, and the rails are traded, and Agent actually wins out on that one, and K1llsen has to be frustrated.
Yeah, I think you can see some very sort of visual frustration from his face, but the immediate return of the orb. I mean, that's always has been one of Ranger's greatest strengths. No matter how much damage it does, you can't count this champion out. If you catch him on spawn, he can kill you.
It's one of the Star Wars movies, right? Return of the Orb? No? Okay, anyway. K1llsen grabs that Mega, makes his way over, and wants to re-up on the rail. So strong on this map with it hitting 55% now, peppering with machine guns, switching over to the rail. He's actually going to miss these and eat a lot of tickle. There is the rail, but again, Agent with the rail return, will win out on that one. Can K1llsen get a refrag again like we saw before? No Dire Orb to work with, but he does have a Vision and an LG, and that could be just as good.
Yeah, I mean, Agent is guaranteed one more Dire Orb. He's not going to get anything extra, but I mean, K1llsen, he kind of has no choice but to be pretty brave here. He only has 20 seconds left on the clock to take out one champion. He's taken a rail too, but the time it takes to go over and get Mega, he doesn't have that time, and that's why he's chasing it down.
Yep, 10 seconds left, and this looks all about over for this round here. He's going to be stuck on the lower part of the platform. Agent just patiently waiting rockets, and that round will go to Agent.
There we have it. Agent being slow, calm, and calculated as we expected. So it's only one round, though. There's plenty more left of this map to go.
Yeah, you can kind of see K1llsen shaking his head like, okay, I know kind of where I missed my opportunities on that one. No big deal. Everything's fine.
Now he's changed things up again. You know, K1llsen's answer to that defensive play from Agent in Blood Run was aggressive Ranger. He's gone in for Ranger on this map too. So we'll see if it's going to work out the same way. Now there's more space, so the scope of getting those quick, like snappy orbs, not as viable in certain parts of the map. However, still possible.
Oh, what a rail. Almost gets two. Ooh, that rocket. That rocket's phenomenal here. The machine gun follow-up forces K1llsen to back off towards the Mega.
Oh, I like the optimization actually, getting the small health bubble first to really maximize that overstack. But as long as Agent has armor, K1llsen's gonna have a hard time in those machine gun 1v1s.
K1llsen with a good preemptive rocket there. Nets him no damage, but lets him know he's there. There's, again, they switch to machine gun. Aggressive rocket jump over from Agent here as he does have a rail. K1llsen waiting for the sound. Rocket's not landing for Agent. Rail's not landing for K1llsen here. Both players struggling a little bit here. And that dropped rail as they trade. K1llsen again has to back off to the Mega.
At least K1llsen's gonna be able to try and maybe get the Mega. I felt like Agent was a little bit slow in the prediction. He misses the rail. Unfortunately, 2 rails in a row. Not counting the ones that have missed before. K1llsen now, I think thanking his lucky stars, he still has a nice amount of health to work with.
A little bit of a mouse shake. He's like, all right, get it together. Get it together, K1llsen. Here we go.
You know, sometimes that actually looks like it's helped him out. The amount of times you watch him in first person, he just shakes his mouse around and then immediately just starts hitting every single shot.
That's
maybe
unfortunate they're using his Dire Orb, but not having the perfect timing. But again, no big deal, doesn't miss out on a lot. Agent misses out on a pretty easy rail there. We'll grab the Mega. But yeah, sometimes you just got to readjust the mouse, shake it off a little bit. There might be beard hair in there, maybe some food.
That's just going by your own personal experience.
Just me, you know, yeah, just me.
Those two very specific choice of words.
Exactly. Again, we see a nice slow pace from these players here. Agent very comfortable playing slow here as the rail will miss. He grabs the time shards here as Agent fighting from the bottom. A little bit of LG. K1llsen making it rain rockets as the aggressive play from Agent with the rail through the telly. A little bit suspect here, and he's going to get melted as K1llsen pushes through with the LG. Agent getting a little bit too brave with the rail from up close. Does he think he's Claws hitting those shotgun rails?
Maybe. Well, there's the time to pull out all the stops, isn't it? And it's halfway through the second round. K1llsen bags the first frag. And again, I really can't say I'm surprised from this style. I love to see it because, you know, we spent so much of the last patch, the meta was pretty aggressive. This is the reason many people say that they feel like this current patch does benefit Agent quite massively. However, it's not working out in this round currently, but can't count him out. Currently sitting on 1 extra round. He's going to have the heavy armor too. They're going to trade it out. Heavy for Mega, but Agent short on the armor department. Not anymore now, it's the light, but that would have been pretty scary to get railed from, to be honest. You really need armor to absorb those rails, otherwise you are dead. Speaking of which, he's very vulnerable here. Oh, the rocket was so excellent, but not enough. The bonus, I guess, that he's done damage to make K1llsen very, very weak. However, pretty far away on the spawn, so K1llsen should be able to stack up pretty easily.
Yeah, good attempt there, but K1llsen comes out on top and has enough time to restack, and also could make a move on this heavy. Could catch him out over by this rail here as the LG very strong from Agent, and what a play.
But even before K1llsen died, that rocket he got was excellent. Easy rail. Misses the second, unfortunately. All right, the second one lands. That's important.
Oh,
third one as well. One more. Oh.
Wow. What a play from Agent using that turret, little bit of rocket spam, great rails as well. And we have llsen versus Slash, and the rockets are not going to be K1llsen's friends as he has to trail away.
Oh, what a rocket jump. Excellent prediction and perfectly executed. Agent is now 2 rounds up here on Blood Covenant. K1llsen having a hard time. This could be a map 540.
Yeah, we could see a map 5. It's very possible, but still 1 round in the way of Agent. Nothing is over until it's over.
A lot of work to do for K1llsen at this stage. It's pretty daunting to understand that you've got to take 3 rounds in a row, otherwise it's going to go into an entire new map. This has already been a long and drawn-out series just because of the playstyle that Agent likes to adapt.
Yeah, but if K1llsen watched the game before, he knows that just because you're down 0-2 doesn't mean you can't reverse sweep, as Rafa showed us earlier, but he's got a lot of work to do here. He's trying to get in on his power-up area here, and he's eating a lot of rockets, but dishing out a lot as well. Is he going to go for the follow-up rail? He won't. Exits through the TP instead.
Agent with that mega.
Vision popped. Missing with the tri-bolt, but he does have the information. K1llsen just waiting, trying to gauge where Agent's going to be attacking from. The heavy's coming up shortly. Dire Orb up into 100 damage rocket, make that 62 on the second. The follow-up rail will miss. Agent, very brave, eats a rail, needs to get out of there here as he's very weak. No rockets to pursue. That is unfortunate for K1llsen there.
Yeah, that really sucks, because if he chased it, Agent absolutely would have died. Speaking of which, just goes into the wrong part of town there as K1llsen is lying in wait. Yeah, ran out of ammo, but nice recovery.
Kind of surrenders himself there, gets caught out. Luckily for K1llsen here. That's a good start to a comeback. Rocket jump up again, but this time not as fortunate as the LG is going to melt him. 60 HP, the swap to machine gun. Agent has health to work with, but K1llsen has the heavy to work with as they're just peppering each other with this machine gun. Both players very weak now. K1llsen trying to chase. Is he going to get this rail? What a rail shot as he jumps over here. Not enough to kill yet. And the rocket's phenomenal. The Dire Orb comes out, but Agent will melt him. The shotgun not good enough.
Just took him a long enough amount of time to just go and get that small little bit of health and armor right before the fight actually ended, which was fantastic news for Agent. Now he's straight back in this. K1llsen going in with Slash as a second choice. I think having Slash as a last champion is a bit unfortunate if you get caught on a bad spawn or something. You really can't get any momentum. He chases it down now, but mad damage. K1llsen Turkey still very, very vulnerable. Surprised to actually still see him stick around. It's a very brave choice to do that. Unfortunately, has finally landed the rail. Excellent stuff. He definitely needed that one.
Still very weak. Machine gun chipping away here as Agent will reward himself with the mega. Has the timing to go attack this heavy as well. K1llsen needs to get out of dodge.
Oh, wow. Almost a very impressive combo. K1llsen, I'm scared though. He's not got any armor, which that's direct Rocketville.
That could have been a bigger punish if he had rockets out for the cutoff. Unfortunately, did not. K1llsen will live to see another day here on his Slash.
Agent's stack is so impressive, and it's only going to become greater with this mega, and there's such a delay on the heavy too that Agent can pretty much try and catch him off guard now. K1llsen, the circuits he's trying to take, like he doesn't want to go for the light armors because he knows it's too predictable. The only time he took that light armor now is because he knows it's guaranteed, but almost a complete mirror image of how Agent previously got fragged running into that staircase.
Ooh, the rail barely missing. K1llsen actually turns around and says, I got one too. Nails it. Still needs to be careful. His stack is so low. He's so very, very weak as Agent is just cycling these items now. You can actually see how scared K1llsen was to get the mega. He had an opening, but he was waiting for the sound cue, and by the time he heard it, he was like, I'm just going to get out of here.
A lot of respect being shown. I think it's because we're so late. Oh my god, 100 damage rocket. That's bad news for Slash with no armor. And she's pretty easy pickings from that stage. This round's definitely not over, but it's given Agent the time advantage now. 1 minute 20 on the clock. He's going to take it by timeout. And that will be the map if K1llsen doesn't make something happen right now.
Getting closer and closer to that map 5 here. Good machine gun damage here, but again, Agent is in the driver's seat. All pressure on K1llsen. Already popped the vision as well. With a minute left, he needs to find this frag.
Lots of information from Agent, just using those obnoxiously loud visor footprints. Yeah, at least one
big old legs, man.
It's not his fault. He had no say in the matter.
I didn't choose this. 40 seconds left, and K1llsen needs to choose to attack sooner rather than later as time is a ticking. And here it is, the LG from Agent is going to be fantastic, and he's going to get the Mega. Wow, great rail here. Agent eats another one, 3 HP. K1llsen has to push this, and there it is. Great rails from K1llsen there to take down Agent. With 20 seconds left, we're down to a 1v1.
Such a sequence of vital rails, and the K1llsen that we know and love, he's able to land the clutch shot when it counts. He's still weaker in this fight, so by all means, he's not.
And the rockets are phenomenal.
Absolutely superb rockets. Is going to put K1llsen back into the fight, and if that's a turning point, then he'll happily take it.
That was incredible. K1llsen not willing to die yet. That was, yeah, those rockets, just, I can't believe that happened. Those rails, too.
It was the rails first, and then the rockets that just meant it's time to step up. You know, there's no way K1llsen wants it to go to a final map, because it's such an extra marathon that it's just, you know, it's a chore at the end of the day. Like, he wants to end it now.
Like, I want this done and dusted, but Agent has something to say about that with a big opening rocket over by the rail here. K1llsen again with a good defensive rocket, really heating up here, hitting 43%.
I feel like it's also showing that K1llsen is starting to, almost like he's picking up on Agent's movement patterns here. The amount of like max range rails that he's able to land easily, because it's just, he knows that Agent's going to take around that corner and he's ready for the shot. You know, it's almost showing that he knows now where Agent's trying to run around, and he's punishing him for it.
So you're saying download complete?
Download maybe complete. We'll see how this round goes, but it's on the cards.
Agent holding this lower area. Mega's going to be the first item to spawn at heavy, very delayed. Great rail from K1llsen again, keeping Agent low whenever he can. Agent does have 225s to stack back up, but he's going to get caught up on these time charts. K1llsen wants to close in and get the frag, and he will with the rockets.
Here we go. That's a fantastic start. Now Agent's going to be going in for his Ranger. Going to be a temporary mirror match. We'll see if it's going to be the right stuff, but K1llsen is turning up the dials a little bit, it feels. Going up to 11. Plenty of ammo, plenty of stack. Here comes the fight, taking some tri-bolt damage, but that's not going to turn for the time being. He wants that Mega. And a wonderful catch. Excellent damage.
Oh no, and Agent doesn't make the jump, and he lands gently on K1llsen's shaft, but that's going to burn there, and he's going to get the Mega. K1llsen looking extremely strong. We might see a 5th round here as he gets caught up with the LG and the rockets. Phenomenal from K1llsen. We're going to go into round number 5, and K1llsen knocking on the door of taking this series.
So that's going to be match point for K1llsen now. 1 round away, and he's going to finally secure his revenge. It's been a phenomenal 2 rounds to take. That was the fastest one we've seen on this map, and it's kind of like I said, he's picking up on those movement patterns from Agent. Agent's now have to almost go for this last-minute adjustment. I'm not sure he's going to try and maybe be a little unpredictable, but right now, when K1llsen has his number, he's catching him point blank, and in all of those fights, he's just winning easily.
Ooh, K1llsen gets caught looking down in the wrong place. A little bit of tri-bolt, doesn't get punished too badly. Bit of warning shots from Agent there, as he did pop the vision. Dire Orb will be up shortly for K1llsen. Here's the rocket picked up, and he's not too crazy. He doesn't want to go up the jump pad, but the fight over the Mega might break out here. Wow, that rocket was so dangerously close to K1llsen's face.
But opting to trade it out heavy for Mega. Rails are consistently missing for Agent. Finally lands one. It's been a long time since we've actually seen one of those. It really has been kind of like the K1llsen show in regards to that. However, it's going to be a rocket fight. K1llsen's still alive. A wonderful weapon swap from Agent going into the machine gun to guarantee the kill. K1llsen losing range this early, I do think that's a problem.
Yeah, Agent doing a great job of knowing that, hey, I can secure this completely with heavy machine gun. Makes the right move, and that is a fantastic rail here. He's going to go for another one. He gets it. He's going to go for a third. Unfortunately, misses that one, but he's railable himself. Needs to be careful, although K1llsen doesn't really have a lot to work with right now in terms of weaponry. He is going to make his way over to the rockets, does have LG as well.
Being caught this far away, it really is unfortunate where you sort of end with mutual health, but one of you is closer to the main pickup. It's going to be in the favor of that person that's near the pickup. You know, Agent has a double the armor currently that K1llsen is sitting on. Not anymore. Now he's finally been able to undo the damage, and now we're back to perfectly even, but Mike, I'm assuming K1llsen, does K1llsen lack a rail, I assume, or is he out of ammo? Yeah, looking at K1llsen on the other screen, he has not got a rail gun, which is kind of why Agent's able to bully him from this distance.
As the rockets come down too, Agent tracking his movements is going to go to the heavy, force K1llsen back to the lower part of the map. Again, as you said, still no rail, and he's been getting a lot of mileage out of that. K1llsen needs to make a move on the catwalk. Good tri-bolt here. He's going to make his way over the TP exit, cutting off Agent, but it could have been an opening for the rail here. Mega is up.
It looks to me like Agent has very specifically been controlling this half of the map because he doesn't want K1llsen to have a rail. The rail has been by far the biggest weapon that has been causing Agent problems. He knows if he just catch the rhythm of the rockets, then maybe he's going to be able to get in and out. Unfortunately, Agent missing that rail, taking a little bit of splash, and then LG combined. Putting K1llsen in a good position, but again, he can't challenge. He can't challenge this rail distance. He has to maybe go machine gun and that's it, and that's not going to be anywhere near as much.
Decent rocket, but Agent right there on the Mega, and this is going to be K1llsen's opportunity to finally get in on a rail 3 minutes into the round.
Almost like that was kind of like Agent's choice to make, understanding fully that if he goes for Mega, K1llsen, he's going to take that trade and allow the Mega to be collected just so he can get his hands on a rail at last. The question is, can he now use it? He's just taken a bunch of damage, and Agent, he smells blood. He wants in. Trying to limit him so much. He's just trying to gauge which entrance is he going to come from. Oh, no rail.
Fortunately missing, but Agent won't. Then K1llsen finally volleys back with one of his own. Again, Agent wins out on the Mega. They're going to trade the items as we get closer and closer to the end of this round. 3 minutes, 30 seconds in here. K1llsen has work to do. That rail was phenomenal.
I'm not even sure how he had what even resembled an angle there. However, the piercing sight's been popped. Gives him the surprise rocket. Can't finish the job and may live to regret that because Agent does not have a lot of health, even after these shots that he's landing. And there's the rail. Watch out for one more shot, Agent. Oh my God. That was almost a tiebreaker.
Just tempting death there as Agent has a bunch of 25s to work with. Mega will go to K1llsen. Agent actually backs off the heavy a bit early here. K1llsen on the chase will give up the Mega, so he needs to make sure he at least gets the heavy out of this as Agent trying to get some time shards and get that vision back. 1 minute left and the pressure is on K1llsen and rising. Does he want to go to a 5th map? He wants to end it right now, but he's got to find the frag.
It is do or die. We have 45 seconds left, otherwise we're going to be going to a map 5. K1llsen unfortunately is missing some of these rails now. He can't leave an ounce of damage on the table. He needs to take it, he needs to win this fight, and he has to do it quick. But Agent, he's been slippery the entire series. He's not going to make this easy. 30 seconds left.
With the height advantage making it rain rockets, he's going to opt for the Mega. And again, K1llsen being forced on the bottom of the map. It's very, very hard to fight from here. The rocket and the rail will miss. The return rail missing as well. Not quite grabbing heavy yet, but with 15 seconds, doesn't even matter here as Agent can just run and time out this map and force us to a 5th. Here comes the aggressive play, the defensive rocket from Agent coming out. K1llsen has to chase, but he has no choice. Agent doubles back for him.
Oh no!
That is so close. Look at Agent's health. Look at it. 5 HP.
God. You just have to look at how that final round went down to just go, how and why? That is such a heartbreaker for K1llsen, but it's not over.
It off.
It's not over.
He's like, that would happen to me.
I mean, if we don't laugh, we'll cry. That's 100% guarantee. That is a bit of a heartbreaking way to go. Where he had an opening. He finally had an opening. He made the perfect call to go near teleporter. That's exactly where Agent was, but the fight just didn't go in his favor. And unfortunately, after all that work and what could have been an impressive comeback, we are going into a final map between K1llsen and Agent.
I'm sure that K1llsen wanted to avoid this at all costs, but he has to mentally reset, ask himself, why do we fall down, Master Wayne? And then get back into the right mentality to take this 5th map. Again, it's going to be on Awoken. I think this is the first time we've gone the distance, right? I feel like.
I mean, it's been pretty dominant throughout most of the tournament, actually.
Yeah.
So it's a nice change to sort of change things up a little bit and give us a closer series. And Awoken is as different as it gets. We've been seeing some very slow defensive maps out in the open. We just went on Blood Covenant. Awoken is just the complete opposite, which intrigues me, I have to say. I would kind of say maybe K1llsen's going to have a chance here. The question's going to be how quickly he forgets about how the last map ended.
I was very, it was amazing to watch Agent after that. He was just unfazed. He was like, yeah, okay.
Just because there's still work left to do.
Yeah. Rangers, Visors, another Doomslayer again from K1llsen and llsen, so pretty standard lineup for both players. I wonder if Doomslayer was the best choice for this, but K1llsen, you know, he may know something that I don't.
Well, on Awoken at the very least, again, it's like a double jump thing where rocket jumps are pretty popular on Awoken, and Doomslayer just doesn't have to pay that penalty, does he? He can go wherever he wants to go. It's similar to a Blood Covenant, where he can go wherever he wants to go, and there's no consequences for it. And there we go, guys. This is going the full stretch. This is our final map. It's going to be Awoken. It's going to be K1llsen and Agent. Only one of these players is moving on in the tournament, and the other one is going home.
We're going to start off on K1llsen here, already using that Dire Orb. He's going to try and close the gap here. And Agent, that tribal again, right off the bat, keeping him out. Can sense the push. K1llsen finally getting in on that rail. And can he do the damage? We saw a lot of great rails from K1llsen in that last map. Can he keep it up here on Awoken?
Tribal really has been a pretty sort of golden weapon for Agent so far. I know he actually kind of wasn't using it at the start of the series, surprisingly enough, but unfortunately K1llsen kind of looks like he slightly fumbled his rocket jump, and is he going to pay the price, or is he going to win the fight? The rockets at the last minute can't do the damage they need to. There was very visible frustration there from K1llsen as well. You know, he felt like he had it.
Yeah, he actually missed the rocket jump into the T-Con and fell down, but could have turned it around.
Oh,
and Agent,
no.
Wow.
I'm concerned. K1llsen needs to definitely calm down and forget about the mishaps that are taking place, because there's still time to be taken. Oh no! Almost.
He's done that before too, where he saved it. Last time I think at PGL it was a Dire Orb play. This time he just barely lands on the ledge, but I mean he still eats a rocket, so Agent takes the round. But it was a nice play. I like it. I respect it.
The concern is that entire sequence just came off a movement error, and that's the problem. A very, very costly mistake to make. Agent getting some good calls on the spawns and punishing accordingly. The piercing sight, actually the missed rail was important because it means that K1llsen gets the Mega and he can actually escape with it too. And actually in a fantastic position to take the Heavy too, of which he has just collected. So there's a chance.
Risking it all with the rails, and that one missed rail, as you said, will lead to both items going to K1llsen, but can he capitalize on it?
Yeah, that's always been the question, right? How consistently has Agent straight up allowed K1llsen to gain control, because he knows that his defensive shots are so punishing that K1llsen will die eventually. At some point, he's going to chase too hard, and then Agent has him right where he wants him.
The free Mega for Agent as he grabs these time shards, has the vision available. Exactly where K1llsen is and where to attack from, and this could be big rocket damage from the Cubby, but K1llsen wisely makes the jump and then waits. There's the Dire Orb, and there's the trap, and then he actually turns this around on Agent. Great rockets from K1llsen there. Now he's holding the T-Con control, trying to figure out where the spawn is. Good initial rocket. Doesn't quite force him through the TP, but the LG chase might be good enough, and he waits patiently and threads the needle with that rocket. What a play from K1llsen.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff, and a perfect way to get back into the round now. Just needs to take out the ice, and he's going to be able to even things up. One round apiece. There's work left to do, and Agent by all means can still come back. But that was a fantastic sequence from K1llsen right there.
Oh, that rocket zips by him. Turret comes down. K1llsen needs to be careful and try and delete the Sizen as quick as he can. There are the rockets, but the turret, oh wow!
Good God.
K1llsen hitting that last second rocket before the turret's like, no, my owner. But it doesn't matter, he will net the round.
I'll avenge you, master. And then it was too little too late. Classic minion. But it's one round each here.
Yeah, and quick rounds too. We're seeing this high flying action that you mentioned on Awoken. Look at that Dire Orb play. I love that. Drops onto the armor, immediately gets rockets, and again now he can push LG freely here, spamming that TP exit, making sure that Agent will pay the price if he dares push through it.
Amazing entry rocket. Huge damage to set up. It looks like Agent's getting a little bit, but that pillar is his worst enemy. K1llsen, perfect juice. Absolute perfect juice. That pillar there. Oh my God.
Wow, the pass through on the Dire Orb here. K1llsen needs to be careful. He's going to have to concede the Mega, but he does have a 25 and the Heavy to work with. The rockets come raining in from Agent. Nothing will land. Wow, K1llsen with a donk on that rocket there. Rocket jumps up. May be able to catch out Agent here. Is Agent coming up through the T-Con area next to Tribal. Dire Orb comes in a little bit risky here. Has to be careful, but K1llsen smells blood. He just wants to keep pressing on. There's the LG, and he will get the frag. Tribal not good enough. K1llsen looking very strong and also keeping everything up tempo here.
It's because he fully understands as well, though, that there was no way Agent had any armor left. Just looking at the way the map was working and the way he was retreating to. That said, speaking of armor, Agent, unfortunately, going a little bit too eager to take the Heavy, but he does manage to get it at the last second, but he is a weak gentleman, and unfortunately, the worst spawn he could have asked for.
Yeah, that was rough, and K1llsen loves it, though. 1 round away, map 5, and K1llsen can take this with this round. Agent needs to slow it down and figure out his life, because this is very important. This is for all the marbles right here.
It's just not the kind of map you can play as slow-paced on. I mean, inevitably, especially when there's a visor on the other side or a ranger who's orbing around all over the place, you're gonna get caught. And it's just a little bit harder to play that style. K1llsen needs to keep things together, gets a little bit of damage from the rocket, but it's not enough to be comfortable, I think. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work. K1llsen takes it again. This is a fantastic start.
And as you mentioned, those double jumps coming in handy, dodging those rockets here. Can he land more damage here? Grabs a 2500 HP, needs to be careful. Agent doing his best to try and stay alive here, making his way to T-Con. He's going to drop back down to the heavy. Items will be traded by the players.
This really has been the marathon set. It's lasted for so long, not just because of the maps, but the playstyles that we've seen. And at the last minute, if K1llsen can really pull this one off and clutch it and get what he was looking for, like this guy wanted Agent. He wanted this guy going into the top 8.
And he's delivering on that. He's like, if I get the opportunity, I'm going to beat him. And so far, so good. 1 round away. Agent still looking for this mega here. Doesn't have a rail. Might want to get in on that one. K1llsen grabs the heavy and is just defending it. He knows.
I was going to say, look at those absolutely fat stacks as well. Both of these Rangers looking nicely healthy on health and armor, so kind of makes you wonder who's going to try and pull the trigger first. There's going to be a lot of setup rails, I think, before we see. Awesome tri-bolt, obviously.
So
wonderful sequence.
Tri-bolt.
Should be good for him, but very weak. I get this, those defensive rockets from Agent doing what they do best, max damage.
Absolutely insane there. K1llsen getting a little bit crazy. There's the dire orb. The rockets are going to be good. The switch to rails, not 55 HP. K1llsen's going to have to escape. He really wants to keep this one champ advantage. Agent trying to close the gap. He's going to go around the corner. The tri-bolt is going to eat him alive a little bit.
That jump pad could only mean one thing. And tri-bolt to the right, K1llsen adjusting accordingly. He does have the champion advantage, but I definitely think he's not really going to play for a timeout game here. You know, it's so hard to play that kind of style on a map this, I guess, versatile is the word that we'll use, but just trying to stay alive and maintain the stack. Gets a wonderful bit of entry damage, and then it is, again, there's the heavy armor. Wonderful stuff, and ooh, a perfect teleport. Dire orb, teleporting into a teleport, what is that? Teleport
Is that
section.
meta? I don't know. That's crazy. Yo, dog, I heard you like TP, so we got a TP for your TP, but here comes the LG play. The dire orb comes out from behind. K1llsen needs to be careful. Spamming rockets into that T-Con here. Does have a very good stack and a very good rail as he lands that shot on the Agent. Will, again, give up the mega, so the damage done not going to be permanent here. Waiting on this heavy a bit too long as Agent's going to rain down rockets from above. Will he land any damage? Good defensive rocket from K1llsen there. Misses his opportunity on the rail, but could have another one, and no. Agent jumping over. Now again, slowing it down. 2 minutes left. K1llsen does have the advantage, so he doesn't really have to get too crazy here. Agent, on the other hand, has some work to do. And look at this dire orb. Fearless play from K1llsen, but that defensive rocket from Agent. Keep him out for the time being. A little bit of LG tickle. So K1llsen gets in. There's the dire orb. Not enough to distract.
Yeah, all it's really going to do is just cause a little bit of diverted attention so Agent can escape. Unfortunately, he's escaping knowing that K1llsen has the mega. Going in for the heavy, it's a big risk. I mean, at the very least, maybe he's taken the heavy away from K1llsen, but I'm not sure about that. He's now in a terrible position.
Yeah, that's not worth risking the series here as K1llsen is 1 frag away from advancing. Here comes the LG. Surely this isn't the fight that Agent wants. Trying to pepper with a little bit of tri-bolt here, and K1llsen looking really strong. Minute 20 left. Trying to push in on this banana area. Agent zoning him out. Dire orb comes out. Here comes the chase. A little bit of a donk on the turret there, but no rockets, and that's going to be very, very critical for K1llsen. He's going to miss the rails as Agent tries to push in with tri-bolt and says, what am I doing? I need to get out of here. 1 minute left, though. Lots of work for Agent.
I think maybe in different... Oh, ring out!
And K1llsen is so happy about that, but he still has the champ advantage. 50 seconds left. Can Agent capitalize? And there's a spawn with the LG. He's going to push through the TP and get the kill. And just like that, it's all gone horribly wrong.
Not like this, 40. Not like this.
Oh, and he's so mad. He's punching out.
He's throwing down! Rip and tear until it is done. That's going to be Doomslayer getting the last laugh with that one. And that was so nearly a disaster. K1llsen gets revenge.
I cannot believe. Look at that. I can't tell if he's laughing or crying. He was like, I really want to punch you right now, and I'm going to gamble the whole series on it, and it worked out. And Agent's kind of like, I can't believe that just happened.
That was one of the most insane ways